up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Codex Nation's Comics Unleashed After Dark at an earlier time. I'm your host tonight, Salad Slab Guy. We got some people absent, but we have our two usual suspects, Dan the Man Kelly, and of course Uncle Gary. But we have a very special guest star right on this side of me. I'm not used to being in the top left corner, ladies and gentlemen, but we have Brandon from Mon Comics. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, doing good. We're doing even better because we have a very especial guest.
That's right. You know what? I didn't give you that. How you doing? I didn't do that.
How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing? All right. Did you find what's that from that derived diploma? What's up with that?
I don't know. It sounds like a joke though. It sounds like you
it does.
Balls.
I don't know.
I was listening to years ago when I was listening to radio, and it was during March Madness, and some guy called in. It was like, on the sports talk station. They went, "Who are you rooting for in March Madness?" He's like, DeVry University.
Good sense of humor.
Good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
That's not something you get to say very often.
Yeah,
that's true. We're going to be showing you all our comic pulls this week, some back issues, and maybe some special issues that we want to show off, and we'll go all around. But Brandon, since you are a guest of honor, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure, guys.
Right,
I don't have a pull.
Let me push your big screen, though, buddy. All right.
I don't have a pull list. I don't have a pull list necessarily because, I'm out in the middle of nowhere and I can't get to LCSs like a lot of people. So these were books that I was lucky enough to have sent to me recently by some viewers, including the wonderful Dan Kelly, who is part of your channel.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll start off with Hagen's in the chat from Lettuce Comics. He sent me a book that he wants a bunch of us creators who are all going to be at Terrificon next month to sign. But he also happened to send this along, and it just blew my hair back. It's Iron Man 270.
Ooh.
Nice.
Just a great image of the Mandarin on there. At first, I thought that was Fin Fang Foom, but I think it's just the head looks like Fin Fang Foom because Fin Fang Foom's body is not like he's not a serpentine dragon, you know. He's more humanoid in the dragon, but it's just a wonderful cover. So thank you, Hagen, for sending that along. I appreciate it. I don't collect Iron Man, but I've amassed enough of the title with the Mandarin on it. I love the Mandarin as a villain, and I've been sent a lot of these lately. So thanks to Hagen. I'm excited to go in and see what this is all about. And then I had a couple Travis Vick from Comics Limited, who's a YouTuber. He has some regular Whatnot streams, so I jump on there. I bought a bunch of Something That's Killing the Children lately because I've been deep diving into that. But I won a couple of his giveaways, and the first one is this.
Tina the Naughty Dragon, welcome.
Well, there's the man. Hey, Chris. Glad to see you, brother.
I don't know if I pronounced this right. Lee Inhyuk. How do you pronounce that, Dan? Inhyuk. The Amazing Fantasy 15 homage Virgin variant.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Guys, since I've been on, I'm getting
it's
more
like
of these.
Lee.
Yes, Inhyuk Lee. Yeah, I've been getting more of these modern, getting into them. These modern covers and stories have been great. And then the other one, I won both of his giveaways. I was on there, so I didn't have any books I wanted to buy, so I tipped him $10 before I left because I was like, I gotta give him something. Amazing Spider-Man 798, the Clayton Crane.
Oh yeah!
Oh, that's awesome. Great looking.
Oh, that is.
Yeah, he's a great artist. Everything I've seen is pretty awesome from him. And then from good old Dan sent me. I just read this. I am in love with it, and I'm going to buy the next ones at Terrificon. I'll get the rest of the 11 issues for the series. Nice House on the Lake. If anyone hasn't read this and loves suspense and some horror, it's just a wonderful read. It is done by Tinian, who did Something Is Killing the Children. And as soon as Dan sent me this, I read it. So many people recommended it to me. It's a wonderful read, and I do like the art inside too. Yeah, I don't know if any of the chats read this, but man, besides Dan, Uncle Gary or Sal, do you guys read the modern comics?
Yes, and I will have that book. Love that book. And
I do not have that one yet.
This week, a adjacent book to that came out.
Yeah, it's Nice House by the Sea. Was it this? I couldn't remember if it was this week or last week.
Yep, it's this week.
And I already wrote that down because I want to get that at Terrificon. This title,
but you're right. That is a great read.
Yeah, it blows your mind. But I like how it's set up. I love how the emails from Walter are in there. It takes you to those places, and I love that.
And you'll see as it goes on. I think, honestly, looking back, I think reading it monthly, because of how many characters there were in the story, like, you could get a little bit lost. I think if you get it all and read it like at once, that it'll be easier to follow. It'll be easier to track the characters, because he does like the little symbol for each one.
Yes.
And then the art really is like, I don't want to say creepy, though it's got that aspect, but it definitely fits the story and like really helps set the mood.
Yes, for sure. And like whenever I get like one issue of a story and I read it, when I get the next issues, I'll go back and read the previous issues
to
catch myself up and refresh. And that's what I've been doing with this series. This series I heard about from 22 Comics, who's another great YouTuber, has a podcast called Comically Comics Podcast. It's every Monday. And when I'm at work, it's great to be able to listen to podcasts because I'm a custodian, so I can't watch videos all the time, but I can listen to podcasts. And he reviewed this series from Scotty Young, Twig. And
cool.
What a wonderful series. It takes very Jim Henson, Labyrinth, Dark Crystal-like characters, and it's really cute, and it's about Twig and his buddy Splat over here, and they're on this epic quest. And then at a garage sale, I found issue number 2.
Oh, cool.
And so really getting into this. It's really cute. The dynamic between Twig and Splat is just kind of like, that like kind of smart aleck back and forth. But it's really cute. It's a great little series. I think there's only 5 issues in this series. So I will get on to that. And then I just have 2 more books I want to show. These came
I'm glad
from...
Twig doesn't have any friends named Berries, because that would be inappropriate.
Right? Oh, there's some inappropriate stuff in there. There's like this big mountain they go through that's like an entity, and they come out the other side, and Splat's like, you know what we just left through, right? And Twig's like, don't say it. And it's like his butt.
Wow.
Because they enter the creature's mouth to go talk to him. And it's funny. It's cute. Good writing. And then these last 2 books, I said I've been really getting into Something is Killing the Children. And my buddy Will, who's known as Billy Rod on YouTube when he comments, sent me this Something is Killing the Children, number 16, Jenny Frizen. Virgin variant, she is an amazing artist.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's nice.
Those eyes are like lifelike. And the other one sent me, and this brought me back to the 90s, but shows me how they could do it now in the typical fashion. Is number 31, the foil Virgin variant,
good foil
with Erica Slaughter. Have you guys all read Something is Killing the Children, or have any of you?
Oh, yeah.
I read a little bit of the first trade, but I never finished it.
I have the first trade, and I've not started it. But my buddy Mike and Rob swear by Something is Killing the Children.
Tinian just built this world. I heard about it. I bring my girls to my library when my wife works on the weekends, and because I love to encourage reading. And I was like, I bet they have a graphic novel section, and they did. And they had the first 6 trade paperbacks of this. And nice. I got the first one to see if I'd like it, and the next day I went back and got the rest and tore through it in like a week.
Nice.
Because it just sucked you in. The whole universe they built, the art. I mean, everything is just awesome about it. So I am going after this run, and it's not an expensive run to collect. Yeah, the first one, if you want to get the first print of the first one, that can be pricey. But there's reprints and stuff, that they've done, and you guys in your modern comics sucking me in out of the silver and golden age. So it's absolutely awesome. So that's what I got in the few recent months.
All right, cool.
Weeks, actually,
what's cool is you can buy the mask that she wears in it. They have that available where you can buy it. And during COVID, when they started opening stuff back up, one of the guys that works at the comic shop me and Sal go to, that's what he would wear for his face covering, was the Something is Killing the Children mask.
I need one of those, but this wasn't a pickup, but this is from the wonderful Dan Kelly.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
After he won my channel giveaway to promote Lettuce Comics, was kind enough to send this unbelievable package of stuff, and this was in there. And out of everything he sent, obviously this was just...
What's up, Cyril? Yeah, we had to go early tonight.
This was
that's
just
awesome.
what blew my socks off. So Dan, thank you for that, man. It is treasured. It is going to get framed and put on the wall. My man Ted.
I'm glad you like it. Like I said, it took it. I'm not gonna lie. Like it did take me a while, to do it because you think like, oh, all the squiggly little lines. Like it takes time to do them and then ink them. But I had fun doing it. I'd never drawn Man-Thing before, and it was a fun one to do. I find that I kind of like drawing monsters a bit more than some other stuff because you don't have to worry about like all the proportions and stuff being exactly correct. In fact, it's better if they're not exactly correct because it makes them more monstrous.
Yeah, I mean, you crushed it, Dan. For never drawing
he did a great Swamp Thing for me. I don't know.
I know. Oh, I've seen Uncle Gary. Yeah, when I got this, I felt like I had really been initiated into the Codex clan with
absolutely
Dan Kelly Man-Thing art. So this is going to go up on the wall somewhere back there with my other Man-Thing art. My wife's going to kill me, but oh well.
Yeah, that is sweet. Yeah, Dan, good job on that, brother. Good job.
Absolutely. And yes, you too can own CGC certified art from Dan Kelly because he is registered with CGC, and you could be a nice yellow label book.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yep.
That's I was gonna do it on a sketch cover, but I couldn't find a Man-Thing sketch cover.
It's got to be tough to find.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right,
Joe.
Dan. Why don't you go ahead and go next, Dan?
All right. So I got my pulls this week. I actually, not a lot of Marvel and DC this week for what I got, but a whole lot of indie stuff this week. It was a heavy indie week for me. So we'll start with one DC book that I got, Green Arrow number 14.
Nice.
I've been digging the series since it started, so
I like that one. That's a nice one.
Yeah, with what they're doing with Ollie, I'm interested to see how that story goes with him kind of turning heel.
Yeah.
For Marvel, I get inducted.
That's right. Thing 9, you get Swamp Thing 9. You're in the club, buddy.
That's right.
It's initiation.
Are there any copies left out there?
Dan, do you want me to work the chat while you're doing your books?
Oh no, I was just putting this up there. I didn't see a Man-Thing sketch cover, but maybe it's out there. But for Marvel, I got my favorite character, Captain America at number 11.
Yeah,
I've been digging the run on there, and I don't know if it's not my favorite. It's one of my favorite books every month now. Vengeance of Moon Knight number 7. So
very cool.
I'm anxious to read that one to see the reactions if they deal with Mark coming back in the other book. And then all the rest of this is indie stuff. Dick Tracy number 3.
Oh, I missed that this week. I
Got
need
the
to
flat top silhouette. Is that who that is?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's flat
and
top.
I don't know. I guess it's an ongoing series, but I mean, they're dropping characters left and right in this, so I don't know how they're gonna keep it as an ongoing if like every issue 2 or 3 bad guys die.
Needs to draw the Brown Lantern. Yeah, Joe, that is so true.
Well, I didn't draw the Brown Lantern, but I drew the Brown Lantern ring and then wrote out the Brown Lantern oath on a sketch cover for Richard.
That's right.
If you check out my Instagram at Dan Kelly Art, you can see the picture of it, and he had me slab it and send it to him too.
Yep.
Also got Flash Gordon number 1.
That's such a good book. The
cover is so good too. And I mean, I grew up watching Flash Gordon and watching Defenders of the Universe, so I'm pretty excited.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yes, he is.
Yes. The people at CGC looked at that and they went, "What
the hell?"
They're like, "What the hell is wrong with these people?" I imagine that somebody had to chuckle reading it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's very true. That is an excellent point, Doug.
That's true.
Well, I do have a stack of about 30 blank covers I haven't done anything with yet. So,
all right.
Got one book that I'm I've been digging for a while. Local Man number 12.
I like that cover.
The awesome flip cover to the obscure Image character Wildstar. who I still have his miniseries and all three issues of his ongoing series.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna, you know.
Well, Snoop
Snoop,
does not surprise me.
Whatever floats your boat, baby.
So instead of Flash, it's Flesh.
This one I've been really digging. I know you guys have too. I think Rook Exodus.
Oh, such a great book.
Yeah, the art on this, Jason Fabok's art is so crazy good. And I know Jamie loves that book too. This one I got Greaser Gemini Blues #1. I got because it's written by Derek Robertson, who when I interviewed him, he teased some books that were coming out, but he couldn't say what they were yet because they hadn't been announced. This was one of them. So definitely had to pick it up when it came out. I thought it was pretty cool, and might be setting up another interview with him coming up soon.
Nice.
Stay tuned.
Awesome. Speaking of the book brand, like Something is Killing the Children 39. Such a cool cover. Nemesis Rogues Gallery #1. I think this is the first of the Mark Millar books coming out with since he switched to Dark Horse now. So I think this is the first one he's releasing through Dark Horse.
Well, I like the cover.
And if you don't know, Nemesis was a character that he created with Steve McNiven, which is basically Batman if he were a psychopathic bad guy. And then they brought the character back for Big Game, which was the miniseries they just did that tied all of the Millarverse books together. And then now they're doing a second series with him. And the last new one I got is Void Rivals #11. Love that Springer is on the cover there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Really been digging this book. And then I thought I'd pull out the sketch cover to show you guys. Since I can't remember if I showed it on here before, but since Brandon likes monsters, and since he was talking about House of Slaughter and Something's Killing the Children, this is a House of Slaughter sketch cover that I did with the Punisher if he was a member of the House of Slaughter.
Oh yeah,
love it.
That's cool.
Cool. I'll show off two more. I'm pretty sure I showed this one off here before in celebration of the movie just opening this week. The Deadpool sketch cover I did.
I love your shading, dude.
That's cool.
I think I might actually take a stab at coloring that one and getting it graded. And then I also think I might get this one graded too. If anyone's interested in buying it. And I'll show it just because I know Brandon likes monsters, but it's a Venom sketch cover that I did.
That's great.
badass.
Yeah, I like that one too.
I can't imagine that Sal wouldn't bid on that one.
Yeah.
That.
Well, Sal was the one when I sent him the picture when I draw it. He was like, "Where's all the spit?" So I had to add when I sent him the pencil.
The drool.
So I had to add that in when I did the
Didn't Sal tell you he wanted more tongue?
Yes.
I get major
Always
Eric
want-
Larson vibes from that one.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for me this week.
All right, cool. Gary, do you want to go next, and I'll go last
Sure.
for the pools? All right, here we go.
Sure. All right. Let's start with I got quite a healthy DC stack, but let's first start. Let's go with all right, the newest Batman, Brave and the Bold, which I'm really enjoying. I like that series. Nice square bound book. We'll go to series that I haven't enjoyed a whole lot, but I'm going to get every issue. Flash. So do like the cover. Different art team on it now, though. So it's much better suited to the character than Diodato was.
And I like Diodato's art, but yeah, he just was not.
It did not suit it. It wasn't suited for Flash. Green Arrow.
He's working on that Ronda Rousey book now.
Oh God, that yeah. The Detective Comics A cover.
Nice.
You'll have to tell me when Flash gets good again.
Yeah, I will. Certainly. Here's a Kelly Jones B cover.
Oh, that's nice. I like that one.
Yeah, I'm always a big fan of Kelly Jones. Here we go. Nice House by the Sea.
Oh, sick.
Is that just first issue?
That looks like it's coming off the cover with that shit
Mhm.
out.
Yeah, it does. It's a beauty. It's beauteous. So I look forward to jumping in and let's see some interior stuff. Jumping in and reading this. So
I'm writing it down. Gary, didn't you just
Nice.
surpass 60,000 comics too in your collection? Did I read that?
yeah, I'm 60,150 now. Yeah. Yep.
That doesn't
Impressive.
count the 200 copies of Swamp Thing #9 that he
Yeah,
has.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
yeah.
true. That doesn't count that.
Well, that's the truth. None of my doubles are really counted. So, but yeah, I hit 60,000. Had a lot of 60s, and I'll tell you this: I got 60,000. I turned 60.
I can't believe you're 60.
Well, thank you, brother. I had 2 weeks ago. These fellas joined me. I had for my 60th birthday, I rented out a theater and showed my favorite movie of all time, the John Ford directed, John Wayne starred, The Searchers. So it was a magnificent movie, a great time. So I appreciate these fellas for making the drive and showing up and being there for my 60th. So
Yeah, it was
one
awesome.
more, it was great. And so I got one more, and this is my 50th consecutive year of collecting comics, my 50th anniversary of collecting comics. So, and I have one more 60 item coming up. So I'll show you some back issues this week. But the next time I see y'all, I have the 60th issue of a book that is. See, I have two things of grails. I have unattainable grails and I have obtainable grails. I have an obtainable grail that I should have in the next time I see y'all. And it is a freaking amazing. It is something that I have wanted for a long, long time. And I finally get, the only hint is it's from 1940.
Ooh,
Oh.
nice.
So there you go. So the new Harley Quinn, they suckered me in through the B cover because I just think that's great.
Still though, that's a great B cover.
That is a great B cover. And I'm the dummy that has to buy the A cover, even if I hate it. I feel like I have to have the A cover.
Yeah, you guys in your modern books are now teaching me that like once you have a series, like there's so many great covers, you're like, shit, gotta have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know
I
the
like
killing.
that.
So here we go, Zatanna, right? All right.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So we got Zatanna, number 2 of the Bring Down the House series. But that's not enough. Somebody has to buy the Jenny Frison cover.
Yes.
Yep.
Export 60.
Gotta buy it.
It's
Is she
Dark
gonna-
Hawk 60.
Is she going to Baltimore Comic-Con?
Not sure yet. I haven't checked. Are you gonna come?
No, I got Terrificon. That's all I can swing, unfortunately.
So here we go. Art Germ.
Yep.
She
Very
purty.
nice.
She purty. And then if Zatanna's not enough, you can give me a Power Girl. I do love that dress she's wearing.
Nothing wrong with a little PG.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not just PG, that's like PG-13. There we
I
go.
know.
Yeah. Alternate.
There you go.
There we go. And they're gonna get me for a Datsun, another one.
There you go.
Yep. So there we go. Look at
There
that.
it is.
Woo,
Nice.
cleavage. Nice cleavage. All right.
Oh, I think Snoop cracked it.
What do you say? It's DuckTales
A
60.
little 60.
If that's from 1940, you're on. There we go. What do you want me to do? Draw you a picture? Spell it out? Don't you ever ask me. As long as you live, don't you ever ask me again. You're goddamn right, Joe. That was a great. People that say John Wayne can't act, watch The Searchers. You tell me John Wayne can't act. Kiss my ass if you don't think John Wayne can act. Side note. Sorry.
Sorry.
All right.
Tangent,
But,
people. Tangent.
Joe, thank you for that, brother. Thank you for that.
Hey, Sal, remind us, how many variant covers did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 have this week?
Oh, it was 187.
Wow.
All right, yeah, I thought it was 137. Yeah,
137? Was it? I thought it was 187.
187 variant covers.
Yeah.
And there's somebody out there that has them. All
Probably.
right. Here's the Task Force 7 alternate cover with Aquaman. Look forward to reading this. And then one more where he's been arrested. So there we go.
Damn, he looks like
It looks like a little cut up there. Looks like a little star going there. So
looks like he fought Wolverine there.
yeah, he does. Okay, so that's just the DC books. All right, here we go. Start with the great magazine, comic book creator. Okay, saving the world one story at a time. Denny O'Neil. So Denny O'Neil,
You're right,
one of
Doug.
the greatest writers in comic history, comic book creator. These books that come out by tomorrow's comic book creator, back issue. These are great books that clue you in on comic history. So if you want to learn that, if you want to, get plugged into the history of the comics, and things that happen, just important aspects of the industry, that's the way to go. All right, so let's go with a marvelous stack now. All right, Wolverine and Deadpool 3.
I wonder if that's like tying into something or helping promote something. I
don't know. I haven't read it. Well, I would think that maybe. I mean, if they would do some kind of Wolverine or Deadpool feature, it would make sense. So Captain America. So this is the Shining Avenger there. So
did you hear? I read something that Ryan Reynolds said his original idea for Deadpool and Wolverine was to do it as to not let people know that's what it was and just release a buddy cop movie between him and Hugh Jackman. And it was going to have like a stupid name where they were going to be like between the two of them, they would share a brain. And
wow.
And it was going to be like, he said his idea was like the first 5 or 10 minutes would just be this dumb buddy cop movie. And then all of a sudden, like that, it would switch to Deadpool versus Wolverine. He's like, it'd be great. There'd be like 6 people that went to see it on opening day, not knowing, and then all of a sudden they'd be like, "Oh my god, what's this?"
They talked about that on Hot Ones. They were on the Win Meeting show Hot Ones. And they talked about how you could keep leaks from happening, and that was a suggestion.
Wow. Yeah, I heard they're great on Hot Ones. I don't know if anything. No, Denny passed away a few years ago. I was very lucky to get to meet him, and one of the highlights of my collection is I have a Batman volume, a hardback volume of Batman by Neil Adams, with his art signed by Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams. And I have an absolute edition of Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Hard Traveling Heroes signed by Denny and Neil. Those are big deal parts of my collection. Those two guys, I say it all the time. I think I'm obligated. I have to say this every time. If you're a fan of the modern day Batman, you owe Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams a huge debt of gratitude, because what they did in the Batman stories coming out of the 60s with all the goofiness of the TV show and fresh in everybody's mind. They turned Batman back into a dark Avenger of the night and took him to his gothic roots. Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams, salvage Batman. Yep. So There we go. Wolverine, Blood Hunt 3. Blood Hunt 3. I had missed that a few weeks ago, so I got it there. So that there's 4.
I like that cover. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I do too. Blood Hunt 4. So I've not read any of this week's books yet. I look forward to it. And I had missed Moon Knight, the Blood Hunt tie-in number 6. So I missed that one. Looks like 8 balls. 8 balls in the middle of that. There we go. And Moon Knight 7. So you have 6 and 7. And then pretty good week for independents. And got a few. Like Dan says, this is one of my favorite books. So I haven't read it yet. I really look forward to reading that. All right. This is an anthology kind of horror book, kind of Hello Darkness. So
someone else suggested that to me. Yeah.
I look forward to reading it. The cover is magnificent. So, anytime you put a good looking gal on a cover, I'm a sucker.
Looks kind of like a cross between, the cover looks like a cross between horror and noir.
It does. It certainly does. Flash. So I like the art on this. I think it's a really good book. I read the Free Comic Book Day book, which encapsulates, I don't know if it has the whole story or at least part of it, but when I read that, I really enjoyed it.
The artwork on it's really good.
Yeah. Brandon, I don't know how you're not getting this book.
Ooh.
There you go.
The Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives, number 4. So that speaks to our special guest there. I know that I just love that cover. There's some pretty cool variant covers that go with it. But I love how they're doing the monster books again. And this has been a very fun read so far. Yeah, Flesh. Snoop, you want in the flesh. All right. So we got to have some Keanu action with Berserker, face full of bullets.
Nice.
And there was a really cool shiny foil alternate off of Frazetta, homage to Frazetta's Death Dealer.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
So I really like how the stream of blood there just shines at the bottom. So
Yep.
foily goodness.
Love
Foily
of
good.
foily goodness.
All right. Now our special guest should be ready to spend his money on these next two things.
There you
Okay.
go.
First, let's see if we can see what's the branding here? What's the logo? Here we go. What's that? What's that?
EC,
Is that
baby. EC.
EC, baby?
Yes, I heard about this. I'm writing all this down. This is great shit.
From the Abyss, great Bermejo cover. Yep. Look at that. Great Bermejo cover. And, I also got there's another cover. Dude waking up in the morgue. See, this is Sal when he was the slab guy at the morgue. And this is why Sal doesn't work at the morgue anymore. This happens once and you're done. You're done. You leave that job. So Sal had to go when the fellow behind him got up off the slab. So there you go.
We can't confirm or deny that this time.
That's right. These two covers also come with foily goodness covers that may be still sitting in my box at Comic Logic. So they're pretty cool. So, Brennan, you got to get them, man.
Well, it's funny you show that creature. I do have the Alex Ross sketch cover.
Look at that. Is so good.
That's right out of the movie, right? When they
That's
just
awesome.
about to get her. He's my favorite Universal monster, and I'm surprised. So
okay.
Cool.
Well, this is a bonus. Do you know the name of the actress that portrayed the gal?
I know. I've had her. I can see it.
You had her. Woo, nice job.
Give it to me. What is it?
Maud Adams.
Maud Adams. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
What was the name of the boat? What was the name of the boat they were on?
Ooh, don't remember the boat. What's the name of the boat?
I think it's the Rosaria. It's something. It's like it starts. All right, yeah, I'll get it. You go, Sal.
All right.
Nice.
All right. So, pretty light week for me. I only have my pulls from the shop from the LCS. I have my Creators Corner comics probably coming in late next week, and that'll be a huge box of variants and all sorts of good love there. So let's go ahead and start off with Independence. I also got Flash Gordon, but I got the alternate cover with this.
That is a cool cover.
This is the Irving cover. So there you go. And I saw that Hello Darkness, and I liked it. So I like this cover, so I went, I got
that. That is a great cover. I considered that. Yeah.
Yeah, the date that his Heroes Corner stuff comes in coincides with the date that his mailman has the worst day of his week. Worst day of his month.
What are you talking about?
Is that the day he wears the weight belt? He wears the weight belt when he
gets out the hand truck. Okay, here we go. All right, so Gary, this is you can thank Rob for me on this one. I watched the Comic Logic's Facebook
Julie Adams.
previews.
You're right, it's Julie Adams. I said Maud. Julie Adams.
Julie
Thank
Adams.
you, Snoop.
Yep.
I don't know where I got Maud from. Julie Adams, absolutely.
So so the Comic Logic does the Facebook Live preview show, you might say, every Wednesday, and it shows you all the new books that are coming in. And he had this one up, and it was no one. And I'm like, well, that was interesting.
Nice.
So thank you, Rob. I picked that up because you showed it out. I too got Local Man as well.
It's such a good book, man. It's anybody. I keep saying it. Anybody that has nostalgia for '90s Image when it started needs to read that book.
Yep, definitely. All right, so on to Marvel. I got Venomverse Reborn and the Venom Separation Anxiety #3.
Wait, you bought Venom books?
I did.
That's so unlike you.
No, I know. It's crazy, right? I picked up MYX #1. I read it. It was pretty meh. I don't know. We'll see if it gets better. This was up on the wall, and I didn't get it the week before, but I picked it up this week. Was Namor #1?
I read that. It was a good read. I like that.
Okay.
You know what? I didn't pick it up because I didn't have the money that week, but I'm a big Namor fan, so I got to get that one.
Okay.
It had Stingray in it, is what made me pick it up.
Yeah, I do like Stingray.
I thought, hey, Eternal, I thought you didn't like No One, but I thought it just came out. I thought this was number 1.
Of what?
No One.
No, no one's a few issues deep at this point.
Yeah, it's number 10. My apologies. It is number 10, not number 1. Okay. So, last book for Marvel, I picked up The Foiling Goodness of Wolverine number 88. So, I do own the original copy of that. I also got the A cover for Detective Comics. Once again, see my Heroes Corner Comics video for the variants on Batman because I'll have a ton. I also picked up the Green Arrow number 14. I'm also digging this series. I like this book very much. So that's my pulls, but I wanted to show this one off for Brandon especially because I showed this off last week, but I got several treasuries, including this one.
That is a beautiful treasury right there.
Yes,
Do you
it
own
is.
this one as well? Do you own this one?
I don't yet.
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to focus on that first, the 1 to 102, and that's killing me as it is.
Yeah. Oh, I understand that. I picked up several treasuries from a guy I know online, and that was one of them. And I'm like, oh. And I even mentioned you in my video. I'm like, Brandon, you're going to be jealous of this one.
I am. I'm definitely jealous.
All right. So that, I think, concludes our pools and stuff that we wanted to show off. Unless anybody got some other extra stuff that they forgot.
The only one thing I had to show off since I haven't been on with you guys is
let's do it.
I joined one of Uncle Gary's
Get you big screen.
special books.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you go.
What's yours?
Okay.
What's yours in, Gary?
It's raw, baby. It's raw.
Oh,
dog.
it's yours raw. Okay. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say that is a good looking 1-0, man.
Detached
Yeah.
cover. Detached cover.
See, that is a perfect defect to have.
That's what
that is
Yes, yes. Give me the
Perfect
book.
defect.
I mean,
'Cause-
the damage is on the back.
Yeah, that's
You know.
okay. That's
But
okay.
right.
It's Daredevil 1. It's detached. But so what? That's as good looking as a 1-0 can be.
Dude.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
Yep.
someone loved this comic a lot as a kid and it survived, and yeah, so for 1.0 I felt really like to add a big Silver Age book to my collection. I felt like Uncle Gary, and now I gotta add like 17 more of those big books from Marvel alone, not let alone his DC catalog.
I don't know how many times I've said it, but you know, I always go with it. I would rather have a beat up copy of the book and have it in my collection than not have it at all.
Bingo.
Yep. Absolutely.
And-
And that's what I tell people too. Buy these facsimiles that come out now. Have the book in your collection. A facsimile is just fine. You see the original ads and everything else as the book was, as it came out. There's no shame in getting a facsimile.
I do
Absolutely.
have some facsimiles too. Yep, I love them.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, Brandon, you turned me on to get the dragon books. You're picking up the first appearance of all the dragons. I've made that a goal I want to do, and I know I have the first appearance of Lockheed, but I need the other ones. So maybe I need to get the list from you to make sure I get the issues right.
Yeah, I'll send it over to you. Fin Fang Foom's the big one. He's the tough one to get, and then the second worst to like monetarily is Grog, who is Strange Tales 84 or 83. I have written down, but then the rest are like there's a couple of modern ones. Like you got Lockheed, so it's just a fun little side quest to go after the dragons of Marvel.
Yeah.
Do you have the first
absolutely.
Thing Fang Foom?
I do,
Brandon?
I do.
Nice.
Somewhere back there, yeah. And a
Very
1.5 again, like
okay.
Dan, like
That's
whatever I can to own the book, like,
Yeah.
as long as the cover art, I can see the cover, like that's probably the only caveat I have is like I need the cover art to be at least.
Your Daredevil 2 there is nice too.
Thanks.
So.
Yeah, the white pages in a 2.0. Figure that one out.
Wow.
Not that it matters in the slab, but I'm like, how did that? I don't understand. But
And it's funny, there are a lot of Marvel second issues that are red covers.
yeah,
So Spider-Man 2 is a red cover. Daredevil 2 is a red cover. Sergeant Fury 2 is a red cover. X-Men 2 is a red cover. So it's just a lot of twos in red ink there. So how many Daredevils are you short now of having the complete run?
so I have 1 through 10. I finished that this year. I had
Nice.
the first 10, and then I've got a few mix and mash, but I think that's going to be onto the collecting goal next year is to start going after the Daredevil run. There's still first Elektra, First Silver Samurai's in there. There's some still first great appearances.
First Bullseye.
First Bullseye. Yep,
Yeah.
I had that. I had a couple of those copies, but I AOK'd them to people because the prices come down on that now. You can find some pretty reasonable. It's great. All the prices have dropped, so you can get your hands on these, with the exception of the blue chips from Fantastic Four and some other titles that are just not going to go down. But
Yeah.
You know what else hasn't gone down? The Golden Age books have not gone down.
no,
Yeah.
no,
They have not gone down at all. So
yeah. I mean, that's true rarity right there.
Yep. Absolutely.
yeah. I'll show you. I'll show you in a couple of weeks.
All right. Are you guys ready to start? Do you know?
We got
I'm
back
gonna let-
issues. Or were we doing our back issues, or is that?
Oh yeah, I
after
thought we were
that?
doing them all at once. Do you have stuff you need to show?
Okay. I do have back issues. Yeah.
Hold on. Let's do
Yeah.
that first.
Okay.
That's important.
All right.
Gary, let me get you back in front and center.
Okay. So I went. Oh, first of all, because we have a special guest, I got this before for my birthday from my lovely wife, but I know our special guest will love that.
Oh, there you
Yes,
go.
I saw when you posted that. I was like, I said happy birthday, and I was like, you.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
sure did. But I figured
Yeah.
I'd show you in person here, my Savage Tales.
That's a great book. But the other books you got too, I was like, damn, he made out like a bandit. Can you message my
I did
wife
pretty
and
well.
say this is what will make your husband really happy?
Listen,
Oh,
shout
that'd
out
be
to
fun.
Damien Hill, Warthog Comics, WARTHAWG, Warthog Comics. See him in Baltimore.
Yes.
My good buddy. He's flying back from San Diego today. He has a great gig where he will invite. He has. He knows what I need for my collection. He's got my want list, and he will spread out these books on his pool table. And Diane will look at the book. She'll look at the books and she'll pick. And he's always fascinated to see what catches her eye. What book she's going to get. So it's always kind of fun. So last week I went to one of the local Schaff shows, so I picked up some comics that I needed. So I started with this wonderful Betty Page.
Ooh, nice. Sexy.
Yes, she's sexy. There's Chris Snoop, paying attention. You'll love this because there's nudity in here, and we love nudity.
Ooh,
So
yes.
there we go. So very good. So let's see what else we happened to pick up last week. We picked up a fairly pleasant stack. Let's see. Also, a book I already had, but my daughter picked up at a secondhand store or something. I have this book, but she just thought she would pick it up because it was $1, and that's a great.
709. Is that issue
Yeah.
9? Mhm.
Yeah, that's a great. Just fun viewing her cover. So she picked that up when we saw keep it. A little bit of hair pulling in there by that tree creature. So I appreciate her grabbing that for me. So let's see. Let's go with. I have this, but this is part of the sickness. You buy books you already have. This is a beautiful copy of Ghost 103.
Oh, nice.
This is
That
a beautiful. This is a beautiful upgrade. My copy needed it, and that's probably the last Ghost that I have to upgrade. So
Nice.
What a
So
sharp copy.
yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. So this early '80s. So Ghost went 112 issues. This is 103. So, and of the 112 issues I have, 112 of them. So there you go. So, wouldn't be a good show without a great Dave Stevens cover.
Wood.
So, when you look at a lot of Dave Stevens covers, World of Wood is very appropriate. So there you go.
Yeah.
So,
Amen.
Those
So-
tentacles are very strategically placed.
yes, they are. And these, so it's World of Wood celebrating Wally Wood, and the first 2 covers in the series are by Dave Stevens. But issues 3, 4, and 5 did have Wally Wood covers on it. But that's just another great example of why Dave Stevens is just amazing.
Do you know how many more Stevens covers you need to have all of them?
As soon as I keep thinking I got them all, then damn, I see another one I didn't have.
Yeah, like I didn't even know about that one.
No, and issue two is one that I've got a claim in on one. I got Wood. I know you do, Snoop.
Snoop's
You know why you got Wood? Because you keep watching Flesh Gordon. That's why you got Wood. So
I'll tell you what Stevens cover I really like, and it's not, I mean, the women ones are great, but I love the cover he did for Mr. Monster.
yes,
Such a cool one.
that is an excellent cover that he did for that. Where's that other book? Oh, I'm missing one. There it is. There it is. I knew there was one more. The bigger one of the batch here. So really cool Unknown Soldier 257. Just high grade, nice shape. So
yeah.
Another
What
great.
year was that? What year was that? It looks kind of.
I'm gonna say this is probably 79 or 80.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Joe Kubert, like always. Joe Kubert bringing the good stuff. This is I need this run of Silver Surfer. I don't know if it's volume 2, volume 3. I fail to see the connection. Yeah, sure you do. I needed 2 issues. I needed 126 and maybe 135, and I have the whole run. The dumb thing is, I'm going to buy these 2 issues I need, and I'm probably going to sell the run. But I want to sell it as a complete set. So I need one more issue to have all 140 or whatever issues it is. And I know there's some issues that are pretty collectible in there because I think 50's an Infinity Gauntlet cover with Thanos.
It's 147 issues, but that also includes when they did like they did like the flashback Zero type.
Yeah, and I have those with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one I'm working on too.
Yeah. So so I only need one more issue. So this is when DC was doing, there was never a Teen Titans Giant annual back in the day. So this is kind of like a retro book they did. So this came out like 2001, and I just had never gotten it. It's full of reprints. That's okay. But a cool Nick Cardy cover that I love. So it was a new cover. So just kind of fun. Dig it. And I was happy to finally get that. Just because 2 of my favorite things, I'll buy that set for you for 140 total, Gary. Well, Adam, I'll keep that in mind. I'll see. I haven't finished the set yet. So 2 of my favorite things.
Infinity Gauntlet was just supposed to be they started the storyline in Silver Surfer, and it was supposed to just be a storyline in that. Yep. And then the Marvel editors were like, no, this needs to be a separate thing.
That's right. Kicked off. So here we go. Shauna the She-Devil, number 4. This went 5 issues, but this combines 2 of my favorite things, the Redhead and a Rhino, and first appearance of the Mandrill. So there we go.
Nice.
So this is a 5-issue set. So I think now I'll probably go back and get the other 3 issues or 4 issues and make it complete it. But redhead and a leopard bikini. You can't go wrong there. So I'm gonna.
Cannot.
So this is a Pacific Comics Demon Dreams by Arthur Pseudonym. I had the first issue, so it's only a 2-issue set. So this finishes it for me.
What year was that, do you think? Do you have a guess on
I'm going to guess this was 83, 84.
Okay.
I'm going to guess. Because Pacific didn't last too awful long. Yeah. Let's see. 2 issues that I needed of Marvel Team Up. I needed 25. That's a pretty copy, too.
That is nice.
So I needed 25 there. And these were the guys that were in one of the early X-Men, the new X-Men issues, I think in 90.
Oh, yeah.
Was it the Yep. And so that was 25, and here's 35. So it wasn't always Spidey. Yeah, right. Do you make Diane dress like that? I don't know. Oh, do I make her dress like that? She dresses, and I'm the Rhino. Yeah, that's her, and I'm the Rhino. There you go. See how big that horn was? Mm-hmm. There we go. Call me, what my last name is. Horn's part of it. There we go.
It's cool to see those Marvel team ups when it didn't have Spider-Man in them.
Yeah, exactly. There are. So it is neat to see that. Yeah. I need 2 more Marvel team ups, and I'm done. I need 20, which is Spider-Man and the Black Panther, and 32. I think it's Human Torch and somebody, and I can't remember who it is, but it's no big deal. I just need to find them in proper shape. I need to find them where, like these, that I will not upgrade them. So I am not, I finished House of Secrets a few years ago. House of Mysteries, I'm much, I have 174 up on them from when they went back to horror. So I can still say I have every DC Bronze Age horror book, but before the Bronze Age, there was the Silver Age, and this is House of Mystery 108. I just thought it was a really cool cover.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Great Scott. Instead of an image of you, those fantastic mirrors reflecting the three bizarre creatures. What's really neat is the black on here looks so good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Very crisp.
Yep. So, as we all know, getting black on a cover that, looks good is a difficult task. But I just thought that was a really good looking one. So I will the covers that I enjoy there, I will chip away. Thing with House of Mystery, I do have one. So, I've got the big boy book in there. So lately I have enjoyed, we got to read because these are fun, the romance books. So the only DC 100 pagers I don't have every one of are the romance books. So when I've decided that I'm getting every DC 100 pager, and there were 16 romance ones, actually 17. One's really hard to get, but here's Young Romance 198. So beautiful 100 pager.
Yeah.
So
That looks pretty nice.
yeah. Poor girl here. What's wrong with me? I don't know, baby. What's wrong with me? So we just fun, good 100-page stuff. Here we go. So that was Young Romance. Here's Young Love, and this has very much got an Anne Margaret vibe to it. So
Ooh.
I was happy when I looked like this.
Yeah.
All my troubles began when I looked like this. So there we go.
Yeah, that's
she was happy with it. Yeah.
That's definitely got some Anne Margaret on the right there.
Yeah, that's definitely Anne Margaret vibes there. So anyway, Young Love, this is like 64, I think. So this is earlier, maybe a little earlier than that. But anyway, that's just a great, fun book. Made me laugh, the Anne Margaret thing. So here we go, and that was a redhead. Now we got another redhead, and I really enjoyed the positioning of this. What do you take me for? How much do you think I can stand? Love me or hate me, but stop keeping me from dangling between heaven and. Ooh, speaking of dangle, there we go. Stop
Secret
keeping me
hearts.
dangling between heaven. So, I just, if a romance book makes me laugh, I'm buying it. It makes me
There you
laugh.
go.
I think it's pretty suggestive. So that adds to it. All right, I love this. Secret Hearts 123. You say I am good enough for you? Well, then this is your chance to prove it. Now we're talking. Now it's a party. Look at that. Yeah, now is your
Nice.
chance to prove it, baby. Yeah, reach for happiness. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She looks like she's in approving mood. So just
She
saying.
sure does.
Yeah, she looks like she's in approving mood. Oh, so there's the fun. The romance is done. So the highest number of Superman I needed was 132. So now my Superman books are from 131 up. And this book is from 1959. So I have a complete run of Superman from 1959 on. So there we go.
Awesome.
So my Superman, the goal is to have 100 up, and I'll probably grab number 99 so I can say I have 100. I do have Superman 100, which is a hard book, by the way. I got 2 more adventure comics in my continuing quest to have all the Legion stuff. I've got 252.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like it.
Yeah. 252, great Kurt Swan cover. Go checks. And I have Adventure Comics 367. And that's actually Neil Adams cover.
I like the purple instead of just going black.
Yeah.
Yep. The Dark Circle is closing in on you. It's first Dark Circle, by the way, too. So these books, they were $5 a piece, which is an incredibly good deal on that. World's Finest, I probably need about 20 to have 100 up on World's Finest.
Nice.
So that's pretty good. So, yeah. So I was happy to get another good-looking World's Finest. So I love that.
He must be in the grip of the Swami.
Yep, he's in the grip of the Swami. Have you ever had a Swami grip you? That's hard to get out of. Just cool. And then here's the big book I got, and it's Superboy 89. Action Comics 1. No, I don't think so, Eternal. That ain't happening, baby. That is an unattainable goal. Here we go. Superboy 89. Anybody want to take a guess what the big deal on this book is?
Is that the first Mon-El?
This book happens to be the first Mon-El. Yeah.
There you
Well
go.
done. Well done, Dan.
Yes. And yep. So he's on the cover there. So this is the first appearance of Mon-El. Nice shape too. I think I got it for 70. So I got a little haggling there.
Oh, that's
Got-
good.
Yeah. So, but nice shape, presents really well. And this is from 1961, and another Crucial Legion appearance checked off the ledger there. First Mon-El. So I was very happy to get
Cool.
that. So there we go. So there's my
Awesome.
my back issues. And wait, so next time I see you, I'll only have one back issue. But what a back issue it will be.
Awesome. Dan, do you have stuff you wanted to show off for back issues, or?
No, I don't. I haven't gotten any.
Oh, okay.
I haven't gotten any since the ones I got last week at the bookstore.
Gotcha. All right, then we can go ahead and move on to the "Do you know?" questions, and we'll just go one at a time. We'll start with Brandon. You can go first, and we'll go Dan, Gary, and then myself, and we'll just go around.
All right, you guys should be able to nail these. I didn't go too in depth on them, but can any of you tell me what is Mr. Sinister's weakness?
What is his what? Weakness?
His weakness.
Redhead.
Mrs. Sinister's cookies.
I do know what it is. If it hasn't been retconned.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Wow.
Okay,
Sal,
I believe it's Cyclops Psy Beams.
sure is. Cyclops'
Oh, okay.
optic blast is Mr. Sinister's. I didn't watch
Also
all of
redheads.
X-Men 97. I got to see if that's in there. All right, so I got one.
Nice.
Another one that's what street was Peter Parker's apartment located on in New York City?
Oh, hold on.
Wow.
I don't know. I just know it's in Queens.
I'm gonna say it's.
Ditko Lane.
I was gonna
No.
say Kirby Avenue.
You would think so. No, it's Christie Street.
Christie Street. Okay.
Christie Street. They show it in the comics a couple times. All right, here you go, Uncle Gary. Hit this out of the park. Who was the first supervillain in Superman?
The first super villain. Are we talking about a villain with superpowers?
That's what I took it as.
Villain with superpowers. Wow. And Superman. So I have Superman 10, which was the first bald Lex Luthor. But it's not the first Luthor appearance. But Luthor, I'm going to say, doesn't have powers.
Yeah.
So,
right.
And the Toy Man doesn't have powers. He was and the Prankster, they were early Superman villains. But the first superpowered villain, I don't know.
First appeared in Action Comics number 13.
I don't know.
It is Ultra Humanite.
Oh, Ultra Humanite.
Humanite.
Wow.
That's right.
The exact opposite of Superman, pretty much.
And is this the same Ultra Humanite that the Devil's the JSA?
I believe so. Lex Luthor was he was introduced in the Silver Age counterpart, but was the origin of this super criminal known as Ultra Humanite was shrouded in mystery. So they kept that. I don't know. I looked up pictures of him when I was looking up that he looks like a monkey basically.
Okay, that's him because he would switch his brain from body to body.
Yes.
And that's Action 13 or Superman 13?
Action 13.
Action 13. Okay, so that would have that should have predated the JSA appearances of Ultra Humanite.
Oh, yeah.
I would.
Yeah,
that's
you guys, every time I come on your show, the few times I've been on your show, I've learned more and I read more and I dig into this stuff, and that's crazy to me.
That's a great question. Great question. I would have never. I never had any idea that Ultra Humanite appeared as a Superman villain before a JSA villain. So that is new information to me, and I love it. Thank you for bringing that up.
Thanks for making me prepare, Jamie. That was awesome. That's a great segment.
Okay. All right. So those are your questions. We'll go with Dan next.
All right, I'll tie mine into stuff that was talked about tonight and interests. So the first one is, since Uncle Gary showed the first appearance of Mon-El, and I know he'll get this, so you have to answer last, Gary, because I know you'll get it. What planet is Mon-El from?
I do not know.
Yeah, I'm not a DC guy. Someone was talking about this the other day. I think Ricky from All Sorts of Words was talking about this and mentioned the planet. What planet is it?
Gary?
Daxam.
Sir.
I knew it was something. I knew obviously it wasn't Krypton, but
I don't think they announced that he was being Doctor Doom. I think that was just an article speculating.
Oh, well, if he is, that would be kind of interesting. Go from one Iron Man to another.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Since Brandon went through all his questions, Dan, go ahead and go through all yours.
I'll do two kind of Fantastic Four based ones, since I know Brandon is such a Fantastic Four fan.
There you go.
So the Black Panther, who first appeared in Fantastic Four, that was not going to be his original name when Kirby was coming up with the character. What was his original name going to be?
I've seen it. I've seen it before. I've read it because I'm reading through this, and I should remember it. The Fantastic Four, the Penguin.
What is it? What is it?
You've got me.
I know what the name was changed to, and then changed back from, but I don't know what the original name was going to be. So, if Sal, do you have a guess?
I do not.
Okay. Okay. So I will say this: at one point after he was created, because of the Black Panther Party burning shit up and blowing shit up in this country, they changed the Black Panther to the Black Leopard, and then they changed it back after about a year or so, or maybe less. They changed it back to the Black Panther, but for a while they changed it. So, I guess Black Leopard, I'm going to guess, even though that was after he was already Black Panther.
Oh yeah. As a quick side note, I just looked it up, and yeah, I guess it's official. Robert Downey Jr. is returning to Marvel as Victor Von Doom in a new Avengers movie titled Avengers Doomsday, which will be directed by the Russo brothers.
Wow.
What?
And it will introduce Victor Von Doom into the MCU and Avengers Secret Wars.
Wow.
You either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Villain.
Yep.
Absolutely. Way to pull in Batman.
And that was just posted 16 minutes ago on Variety, IGN, Deadline, CBR, The Wrap. So,
oh my God.
Breaking news. You heard it. I had read that they were trying to get the Russo brothers to come back for Avengers. Wow. So I guess that's the way to pivot from Kang.
Yeah.
I guess so. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's gonna be crazy.
My mind is blown.
All right. Anyway, so the answer to it, the original name for the character was going to be the Coal Tiger.
Oh,
the Coal. I've heard that.
I thought it was something.
I heard
tiger,
Black Leopard. They mentioned Black Leopard in this book.
The original name was going to be Coal Tiger, and in Avengers issue 355, which came out in 1992, when they were doing that storyline where like it was the swordsman from the alternate universe, and it was different Avengers characters from alternate universes that were going around and trying to stop all these different Avengers teams from being killed. They went to one world, and the last Avenger on this world that was alive was the Coal Tiger, who was the Black Panther there, and the costume he was wearing was the original costume that Kirby had designed for the character, where it's and you could Google it and look it up. It's like yellow with these black stripes on it, and like and that. So I'd say, Google Coal Tiger, Jack Kirby.
Oh yeah, I just looked it up. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And yeah, so one more, so my last one is again Fantastic Four. So one character that is referenced a lot by Ben Grimm in Fantastic Four is his Aunt Petunia. This is a two-parter. What issue was she first mentioned in, and what issue did she first appear in?
You asked me this a long time ago. I
did, and I know it was, and you didn't know it then, and I figured it's been long enough that you wouldn't remember.
Oh, you could ask me tomorrow, and I would have already forgotten it.
Wow.
I suffer from CRS, so I'm worse than Gary. But I'm going to take a guess.
Was she first mentioned in Fantastic Four Annual 5?
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer for the mention. I'm not sure of her first appearance.
That is incorrect.
Yeah. I'm going to guess he first mentions Aunt Petunia. I'm going to say FF. I'm going to say FF 39 and first appears in FF 142. Those are just numbers I picked out.
What was the first one you said for the mention?
I think I said 37 or 39.
39.
39. Okay.
Sal, do you want to give?
Yeah, I thought it was lower. If I remember, I don't know if I remember right, but I'm going to go with like issue 5 for mention, and then maybe like 19 for first appearance.
She was first mentioned by him in Fantastic Four issue 26.
26.
And she first appeared in Fantastic Four 238.
Holy shit!
Wow.
What a stretch!
Yeah, so only a gap of before being mentioned and first appearing was at 212 issues.
And I don't have issue 26. That's on my list to get. I need 23, 25, and 26 I need.
Well, there you go. Now you know 26, the first mention of Aunt Petunia.
First mention of Aunt Petunia.
Yep.
Very nice.
All right. Well, that's 3 for me.
And I apologize because I didn't realize you do one question at a time and go around the horn.
Don't worry
Sorry
about it.
that.
That's okay.
We shake it up. We roll with it.
It's only tough for me and Sal that didn't even come up with questions tonight. They got to do it off the fly because usually we got time to think of our new questions. In what comic book did George R.R. Martin's first published words appear?
Fantastic Four. I own it.
Oh, I'm going with the answer with Brandon's answer. That's what I'm going with.
I'm pretty sure Fantastic Four in is it the first appearance of Atuma? It's Fantastic Four 31.
I was just going to ask you what book. I thought it was either 33 or 35 was his first appearance.
It's in the 30s. It's in the 30s.
It's in the 30s.
It's a fan letter that he wrote in.
Yeah, it's a fan.
Yes,
I'm sure Dan and Sal, you had that too, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna go with what he said.
Yep,
Okay.
I'll go with what he said as well.
Okay. Yeah, it was in FF. That's his first published work. And how many R's were in his name then?
Was there
Oh,
3?
he's not from the show. We like having him here.
Yeah, we do. Richard, he's sticking around.
Richard, now, yeah, it was only George R. Martin then.
Oh, 1 R?
Yeah, just 1 R.
Only 1 R. Yeah, so I own the issue too. So yeah, I won't say it was 33 or 35, but maybe it was 31. But I have it too. So,
how many issues run do you have?
Of
What's
FF?
that?
Yeah,
my FF run starts at uninterrupted. 1.
You do have a 1, Gary.
That was my did you know question.
I've got every issue. I got them all, baby. Got them all.
What did you say, Brandon? I'm sorry. I think I overstocked you.
No, you're right. You're right. He has all of them. I know. I just looked it up. It was actually Fantastic Four 20 with First Molecule.
Oh, 20.
And it was in response
it
was in response to issue 17.
Okay.
That's what he's writing it about. So it was down in the 20s. I don't have that one. That is on Molecule Man is on my list.
Okay. I was earlier than I thought. I was just I'm glad I was just asking which book it was in, and not.
We knew it was
specific
Fantastic
issue.
Four.
Yeah, knew it was FF. So we talked about Mon-El earlier. Superman's weakness is kryptonite. What is Mon-El's weakness?
Ah, crap! I can't remember it.
Hulk 180, the Brown Lantern. I don't know.
Is it lead? I'm just shooting out
Yeah, I
there.
was thinking it's lead.
Lead would be pretty.
It's something
Lead
that's
would be pretty.
named.
Yeah, lead would be pretty unfortunate when people have bullets and guns. And yep. So,
But if he's not, if he's from a different planet, bullets
That's
and
right.
guns might not be a thing.
well, that's true. But I mean, on Earth, when it
On
came
Earth,
to
it would
Earth, not
suck,
so
yeah.
good, because this element was so prevalent that they had to put him in suspended animation for 1,000 years, and he woke up with the Legion, and that is why in the future they were able to give him an antidote for his weakness, which was winner chicken dinner, lead.
Well,
I
lead.
thought so.
There you go.
When I saw mentioned about what planet he was from, I remember lead being his.
Yep.
I was like, oh, that sucks.
Daniel
'Cause he-
got it as well. Good job, buddy.
Yep. He thought I know Snoop knew too, because he's a big Legion fan. Clark thought he was from Krypton because they have the same powers. Yeah. So he thought he was his brother. And then through that weakness, they figured out that he was not, that he was a Daxamite. But Mon-El, I know I'm one of the only guy, or probably the only guy on this panel that loves the Legion. I love the Legion of Superheroes, and Mon-El is a very important part of that team. So let's stay with the Legion of Superheroes. We asked what planet was Mon-El from. It was Daxam. And I've mentioned this on the show before, so y'all got a shot at answering this. One of the kookiest Legionnaires is Matter Eater Lad. And there's a machine called the Miracle Machine that can grant any wish, and the Legion have it under lock and key, because any bad guy gets to it, like Thanos's glove can change the universe. So Matter Eater Lad ate the damn thing to destroy it, and it drove him crazy eating it, but that was his sacrifice, that he ate it at one point. But what planet is Matter Eater Lad from? Yeah, Mon-El rocks. And I will tell you this, it's a bad joke. So if you know the answer, Dan, hold on and let them try to suss it out.
Remember it.
You do?
Not. I do not.
I don't. Matter Eater. If it's a bad joke, I got nothing.
Dan, you got it?
It's Bismol.
It's Bismol.
It's
As
Snoop
in
said it.
Pepto Bismol.
Bismolian.
Yep, Snoop got it too.
There you go, Snoop. Good job.
Yep. Planet
All right.
Bismol. So just terrible joke. So, oh man, love Legion. Is this was that 3?
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
3.
3. That was 3. All right,
All right.
so I'll throw out 3 easy ones then. Let's see. So, my favorite character, Venom. Of course, you guys know that.
I thought it was Goldilocks.
He wasn't a yeah, Goldilocks.
I'll
He
say
was not-
so far for the scorekeeping.
Yeah.
Me and Brandon each have 2 right, and you guys have none right.
Okay.
If I'm keeping
right.
score correctly, because we both got the lead answer. I got Bismol, and then he got Fantastic Four.
Okay. All right, very good, very good.
So
we
you
all
got
know that
Fantastic Four too?
Well,
Okay.
I mean, not really. I guess you could count that for me and Sal. We were just like what he said.
Well,
Yeah.
so we all know that Venom was not actually created by Tom McFarlane, but he had bought the rights. But from Marvel was bought the rights. Do you know how much it was? He bought the rights for Venom for?
You mean the black costume?
Yes. If Venom was originally a fan creation, how much did Marvel pay for him?
I know they printed the costume in that issue of Marvel Age, and it was the same, except instead of the spider being white, it was red.
Yeah, but I'm looking for the monetary amount.
I'm gonna guess $200.
I'm gonna say I can't remember. It was like 135.
Gary?
Let me say 500.
All right. Well, I'm going to give it to Mon because he was closest, because it was $220.
$220. I saw that somewhere when I was doing research, because I found that recently.
Nice.
And, I was doing research on it, and I read somewhere. I knew it was ridiculously low for what that property is now.
It was. All right, for my second question, during Craven's last hunt, Spider-Man was buried for exactly how long?
Week.
I'm going to say 6 days.
I'm going to say 3.
It was actually 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Wow.
Yep. All right. So for my last question, I was going to make it a 3-parter, but I'll do a 3-parter. But if you get any one of them right, you get the point for the question. Can you name the GL sector number for Earth, the GL sector for Sinestro's sector, and the GL sector for Tumare?
I'm out.
He's out.
Gary's got to know all these.
I think I know 2 of them. So,
All right.
So Earth's 2814.
Correct.
Tomari is next to Earth, so I'm going to say it's 2813.
Correct.
Sinestro. I want to say 2817, but I don't think it's another 28 number. I'm going to say 2317.
Nope, you're close. It was 1417.
Oh, I knew it was a 17. Damn it! And I thought there
right.
was a 17 in it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I ought to get a point for that since I got no other points.
Yeah, you could get a point for that. That's like I said. You guessed any one of the sectors right. You got a point.
Okay, good. Because I had 2 out of 3. Good.
Well, by my tally, that counts Brandon as the big winner.
Sounds good to me.
I edged it out with a guess.
You are the big winner. You can collect your Chrysler Cordova.
Some crisp high fives on the way out.
There you go.
People would say.
Yep. It's Chris high fives and a Chrysler Cordova. You can pick it up.
That and a couple bucks will get you a cup of coffee.
Yep. There you go. All right. So, guys, unless we have anything else we want to show off or shout out to, we could go ahead and end the show for tonight for Comics Unleashed. Thank you to everybody in the chat, but stick around because we have Uncle Gary's showcase. What's the secret word for the showcase? What's the showcase secret word?
We're not going to have much fanfare with it, so let's just go from there.
Right on, right on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stick around in 30 seconds, and we'll have Uncle Gary's showcase. And we'll see you guys next week for you. Yep, we'll see you next week for Comics Unleashed After Dark at its regular scheduled time.
All right, let's do it. Oh, love that. I love that JLA 111 that ends at my Genesis book. All right, so I'm not going to show every issue, but I do have every issue of this. But we're going to pick and choose. We're going to pick and choose what we're going to show. This is the first book Marvel did with the nicer art or the paper that you could do the nicer art with. So, like I said, not much fanfare, but Marvel fanfare. So
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
With 60 issues, and there's issue 1, and a stack of these is twice as heavy as a stack of regular newsprint books because of the paper. So it's pretty cool. So these covers were all great. They were wraparounds. This is Michael Golden. There's Marvel Fanfare 2. So I picked this. I had another series I was toggling between the two, but since we have our special guest here, there's a cover he will enjoy. There's 3, Dave Cockrum. And there's 4. That's that's Anderson. So we'll pick and choose and pick the covers we think are really good. Oh, there's a really cool Craig Russell Scarlet Witch and Spidey.
Those are just beautiful covers, man.
Oh, they are, and they look good. As a matter of fact, the reason these were at the forefront is in the past week. Oh, Doug, they're great series. The past week I finished, since I completed the Marvel team up, or Marvel 2-in-1. I put them all in Gerber bags and boards. My Marvel team ups, I put them all in Gerber bags and boards, and I'll insert the 2 that I got last week when I have the get the final 2 I need, and then I'll take a picture of all of them. But in these bags and boards, they look so freaking good. Here's the one for our good buddy there.
There he is.
Number
Nice.
9. Yep, it is through the whole series. So there's a good old number 9. And
So
it's good.
are these books obtainable, or are they kind of pricey now?
Yeah, they're obtainable. They're obtainable. Some are,
Oh,
Oh yeah, that was a good Perez one.
Yep. So this was part of the Perez Black Widow series that ran through here, and they'd have recurring. They'd have an artist do a run, like 3-4 issue run on a certain character with it. Here's another great press. So these are obtainable. The Black Widow issues are a little more. Yep. Issue one's a little pricey, but not terrible. Not terrible. I really like this one. I think that's my favorite of the Widow covers.
I think I picked that for my recommended reading when we did the.
Yeah, you sure did. Yeah, you sure absolutely did. This is kind of a cool one.
And if you want to find, here's a shameless plug. If you want to find out more about Marvel Fanfare, go on the Codex Station's YouTube page and watch the interview I did with Al Milgram.
That guy right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is the one that came up with the idea for Marvel Fanfare and edited the whole thing, and also had the little comic that he would draw in it where he drew himself as the editor. And
right.
And he goes over thing.
I'm not a huge fan of Al Milgram's artwork, but he's very, very humorous, and that little sketch page he would do would be good.
The editorial.
Yeah, editorial. Here's a bonus trivia question. Brandon, we'll see if you knock this out. The Fantastic Car and the FF uniforms first appeared in what FF issue?
Issue number 3, I believe.
Winner. Good job. Yep.
Look at that. Without hesitation, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, he did. There's a great thing cover.
Oh, that's a good one.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's nice.
Barry Windsor Smith
Yeah.
is the artist on that. And he did the Thing story in there, which was pretty cool. So that was issue 6, I guess 15 or 16. Here's for my buddy. There you go.
Nice.
Oh, the Michael Golden issues were great.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Cloak and Dagger. There's another great thing.
Yeah.
That's a cool one.
Yes.
Awesome.
He is a solid inker. I didn't care for his pencils, but he is a very solid inker. I agree with that. Kind of a trippy cover.
That's sweet.
Oh yeah.
That really, yeah. That is interesting. Not my favorite Iron Man, but kind of interesting. And then we got into a little P. Craig Russell fantasy stuff here. Oh, let's see. North Star.
Nice.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, there we go. How about that cover?
That.
That's the cover.
Oh yeah. That's
John
like
Byrne.
a classic Hulk pose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love John Byrne.
Yep, I love this Hulk. John Byrne did a great job on Hulk. I loved his work on that. But that is a great cover. And there's a Moon Knight.
Oh, that's really cool too.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
And these books,
Okay.
the other thing is because these were the heavier stock, most of the time when you find these books, they are in pretty good shape. Here's a cap.
Oh, that's a great one too.
Mhm.
Yep.
These were ones you will not find newsstand copies of this because there was no newsstand. This was the
That's
first
right.
one they made that was direct for shops.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. So they're continuing that storyline. Yeah, that's absolutely right. There are no newsstand copies of this. Okay, now we get into one of my favorites. Charles Vest started doing some covers.
Nice.
Oh, wild.
So the Warriors 3. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I love this one. Here's a dragon for you.
Love it.
That's
Yes. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Oh God!
Okay, yep. And a great dragon. Here's some Fandral. So Charles Vest, Virginia boy. Give him some love. He's out of Roanoke. Another great Vest. Vest is also the guy that did that great Spider-Man Hobgoblin cover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that we all know and love so much. There's another Moon Knight.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Pretty cool. Charles Vest.
David-
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Got a signature.
Yeah, I've met him at a couple shows. He's a nice fellow. Here's a little Hawkeye action.
Cool.
Oh, I like that one.
Mm-hmm. So we're picking and choosing a pretty cool Doctor Strange.
Oh, that's nice.
Is that Eternity in the background? Is that?
Yep.
Or is it
Yeah, it
just-
looks like it.
Eternity and Nightmare on the horse.
nice.
Mm-hmm. There's a Spidey.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Mhm.
I like that.
I like the little bend in the flagpole on it.
Yeah,
Like
a little
that
bit of weight to it.
detail.
There's a Namor, Magnola.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, there's a
That's
Iron Man. You like that?
I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Was that? That's number 44. So it went 60 issues. So we're getting close to the end. Oh, this was the entire issue was nothing but pinups.
nice.
That's sick. I like that idea.
Great cover.
Yeah. Yeah. So the whole issue was nothing but pinups. There's another FF for you on the back. And let's have some more Jade Giant.
Oh, that's a great cover.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, David. I love Kaluta too. Kaluta went graduated from the high school that I did in Arlington, Virginia here, and he is fantastic.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. She looks we're coming toward the end. Here's Doc Strange as a Western hero. Yep, that is a great cover. 42. I'll have to go back and see if I showed 42, just in case I didn't, so we can see what 40, 41. Yep, that was the Spidey one. Yep, with the flagpole. Yep, very good. So I showed the Angel, and here's a little Silver Surfer action and Mantis.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
that's a cool one.
And some Dane Whitman.
Oh, I like that. That's
I
cool.
like that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool in something like this when you see like, oh, Spider-Man or Hulk or whatever, but it's best when you see characters that don't have their own series, like, someone like Black Knight that, hey, here's a chance for this guy to shine for a couple issues.
And they usually had two different stories in it. So you'd get, you'd have the back cover a lot of times would have the other character.
That's a great cover.
Yeah, isn't that good?
That's so awesome.
Yep.
Especially like the
I
back wings on the horse.
I love a Black Knight cover. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, what are we at now? We're at 55 now. So we got some Power Pack. Yeah, that was a cool Doctor Strange cover. There's a Power Pack. Now we're getting into something I really enjoy. There we go.
Okay.
And it's not the snake.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. There you go. By the Miss Ori Argoff partner. That's right. Yep. So just a little Shauna. Here we go. Again with the snake. Snakes. It had to be snakes.
Had to be snakes,
Had to
Doc.
be
Had to be snakes. But you know what? I'd be lying if I said they were all snakes. So I did that. There's our lion.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Grr.
Mm-hmm.
Rawr.
And they look so good in these Gerber bags, man.
They do. They do.
All right. And we're down to the last two issues. God, man, this one is fantastic.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know where she's getting eyeshadow in the jungle, but
Yeah,
looks good for her. So I guess she can get it from the fire. Yeah. She can do that. And the last issue, since we're in the jungle, let's stay with Pam.
Yeah, look at
That's a
that.
great cover. Yeah.
Welcome to the
Isn't that
jungle.
good?
That's
I know
awesome.
somebody picked that when we did the Black Panther episode. I forget who.
Yeah, that's a great cover. Yeah, I think you're right.
I don't remember.
So there's a good bit of the 60 issues of Marvel fanfare. They're affordable. They're you can find them, and usually, like I said, you can find them in good shape. So please partake of this Marvel excellence and get you some Marvel fanfare.
It's cool to see
Awesome.
those all together. I've never seen them all together like that. There's a lot of things Gary shows that I've never seen.
Yeah, no.
Well, I
If-
think that's
if-
part
wait
of the
till you
fun
go
is
over
when I
the
get people say, Yeah.
I was about to say, you go to his house, that whole room is just like, you know, Dan is not lying when he says, "Oh, you want to talk about Brave and the Bold? Well, that's right here. Let me just grab that. There you go."
Yeah.
What he said to us when we went over, because we went over it, if you watch the video, we did the tour of the house.
Mhm.
When we're getting ready to go down in the basement, there were two things he said. First, he said, "Don't let the cat down there."
Yep.
Second was, remember, you can only see this for the first time once. And then you're like, what?
That's
and then
very
you walk down there and you see it and you're like, I understand.
I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
I had a buddy
much
that told me, he says, like the Grand Canyon, you see pictures of the Grand Canyon, but you don't really see the Grand Canyon until you're staring into the abyss. And so that's what he said. He said, I see pictures of your place, but until you're in it, you do not appreciate the magnitude. Yeah, it is heaven. Snoop, you've been here many times, my brother. You're always welcome, my friend. Brandon, we get you out of upstate New York there. You can come on down for a visit, man.
Dude, yeah, I'm gonna have to make like a Baltimore Comic Con centered around that and get down for that because to meet up with you guys and see what I saw in that video. I mean, you're not gonna get. I mean, I just watched that video. I remember, and I was just like kept slapping my head, because it's not just the comics, it's the figures and it's the art and it's the trade paperbacks you have. I mean, sure, you've got 60,000 comics.
It's the display. It's the setup. It's
Yes.
how he has it laid out.
And I told
That's
him when I was on the
also
show
amazing.
the first time, it's very aesthetically pleasing. Everything was so thought out. The art prints on the wall and stuff. I mean, you gotta.
Yep.
If you're gonna do it,
library reading room.
if you're gonna do it right.
That's
do it
right.
Well, I
the first
appreciate
time.
that, especially because unlike Dan, I have no artistic ability. I cannot draw at all. I have no talent, but I think I have a good design sense. I'm
Sure
a
do.
little
yeah.
geek chic. I got a little geek chic going on here, where I put, that's me. That's exactly right. Stick figures. That's exactly my talent level too. So to be able to lay it out in my mind and put it together, I think I've got excellent vision there to do that.
You
But
it's fantastic.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
you fellas.
Folks,
fellas
if
saying
you're
that.
new to the chat, I think we got some new people in tonight. Check out YouTube. Check out Uncle Gary's showcase or Uncle Gary's.
You won't be sorry. Your mind will be
premiere.
blown.
I forget the name of the video, but just search for Uncle Gary stuff, and Brandon said perfectly. Your mind will be blown. You will not conceive You're just
But you're right.
60,000
It's more than the
strong,
comics because it's all this other stuff that you just didn't even know existed, like all the George Perez postcards.
Postcards,
Like, awesome. I didn't know those existed, and then to see all of them there, and it's like I said before, those little digest size books. I used to read those growing up. I would get them at when we go on like family trips at like rest stops and stuff, and it's cool just to see all of them. Be like, I remember that one. I remember that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and some of them got some scribbles in them. We don't look at those.
Yeah, got scribbles. Some of them
got some scribbles and little. Oh.
Yeah. I know those are ones that they're just not mint condition because people have drawn pictures on them for them.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, Comics Limited, how you doing?
Travis.
Travis, good to see you. Well, unfortunately, I think this is where we're going to wrap up the show for tonight. I think we've covered everything. We did our pools and stuff we wanted to show off. Gary had some back issues. We did You Know? And we all agree that Brandon was the winner of the nights. Winner.
He comes on and kicks our butts. Yeah.
That's
Good
right.
job.
That's right. All right.
Huge.
So we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Thank you, guys. I am your host tonight, Sal the Slab Guy. And with me, as always, is Dan over here, Dan the Man Kelly from Instagram. Down below is the Ric Flair Comics, the curator of the Library of Comics, and of course, our special guest star right over here, Brandon from Mon Comics.
Thank you, guys.
Please go over and check his channel out as well. He's on Instagram and YouTube as Mon Comics. All right. Thank you very much, guys. And I hope you guys have a 9.8 day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for a great guest
Thanks,
star.
guys.
The man.
Yes.